Stitchy friends. Welcome back if you've spent time with me before. And if this is the first time you're here, my name is Michelle. This is my channel, Penny's Daughter Shares, where I primarily talk about cross-stitching. I also talk about quilting and some other crafts. Today will be all about cross-stitch and not even very much of that, to be honest. But I feel like it's been so long since I've talked to you and I needed to get on here and catch up. So today's video is going to be a little different. Usually I've got whips and starts and fully finishes and finishes. I have one whip and that's it in a week and a half. But I have a lot of collection to talk about and some adventures to talk about. So I want to start out by saying that I'm very grateful today. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in the US, and I have on my Thanksgiving shirt, thankful, grateful, blessed. Can you see it all? I want to say that I'm extremely grateful for this wonderful stitching community that I've gotten to become part of, and it's just been amazing. I've made some really, really wonderful friends, and just even if you don't know if we're friends, if I've talked to you, I consider you my friend. So I just wanted to say I was really grateful for that. Now, to explain why I wasn't here last Friday and why I was busy, my husband and I went on a road trip for his business, and I got to have a little fun along the way, which I'm going to share. So I was not in town last Friday, so I didn't feel good about doing a video, not in my own space where I could control everything. So here I am today. Let's see. I also wanted to catch you up on that. My intention is that I will be back for a regularly scheduled video next Friday, which would be, let's see, I wrote it down, Friday, December 3rd. That is my plan, and like I said, regularly scheduled programming, the kinds of things you're used to seeing from me. So like I said, went on a road trip, and I will get to most of that. You're gonna see me consulting my notes a lot today because this is different, and usually I have nice, neat piles laid out here so that I can kind of work my way through the pile, keep everything organized, and share with you everything I wanna share. Today, I don't have nice, neat, organized piles. I have a couple of bags and I've got just stuff scattered. So hopefully the video doesn't turn out like a hot mess like my countertop looks right now. So let's see, where to start. I already told you I really missed chatting with you last week, and because I was out of town, and I took 5 or 6 projects with me to work on, and I had a lot of, I'll call it free time, that I got to spend in our hotel room while my husband was working and stitching. So I took at least 5 projects. I worked on one because it was easiest to work on in the car. First time I've stitched in the car while it's going, and for the most part that was fine. Some of the roads were a little bumpy, and we went to North Carolina was our final destination, Charlotte. And we had to drive through, well, for anyone that doesn't remember or doesn't know, I'm in Michigan, excuse me, in the Metro Detroit area. And so driving to Charlotte, North Carolina involves some way or another driving through mountains, and we're not used to that. But the landscape is beautiful, but it's not conducive to stitching, in my opinion, when you're going on all those curves, right? So I did do some stitching in the card, not a lot. I did get to do some, like I said, I had some free time, but I focused on one piece because I was just kind of in motion with it. And I was enjoying it. So that's actually where I'm going to start today, is with my one and only whip. I am this close to a finish, but I just haven't been able to get to it. Speaking of which, okay, so that's the other thing. I'm feeling out of sorts, I guess maybe is the best words to use. I'm one of those people that, not unusual for me to, I don't put up the Christmas tree on November 1st per se, but early November it's usually up. We collect ornaments and we've been collecting them, well, for sure since we got married. But actually before that, it goes back, my bestie Jen, which I've talked about her before, her and I have exchanged ornaments every year since we met. So last year I bought her an ornament that celebrated 25 years of friendship. So you can do the math on how many ornaments I have just from her. But like I said, we collect ornaments too, so it's just so fun. I have them all labeled with who they're from, what year we got them, with little tiny tags. When I get it out, I will have to show you. I'll bring in a couple ornaments and share it with on my Flosstube so you can see. But I love getting my tree out, and we don't have it out yet. And you can see I still have Halloween sitting here in my craft room. Of course, I don't want to put that away because I've been working that's my stuff I've gotten done and my finishes. I don't have any Christmas finishes yet. So, like I said, I'm feeling a little out of sorts because I don't have my tree up yet. So I'm feeling a little frantic, like off schedule. And I'm a planner and a scheduler, and that kind of throws me off. Our plan was to get the tree out later today, and I'm not sure if that's going to happen even. So we might do it tomorrow, but for sure it will be up before the weekend is over. Actually, I'll say this, it will be up before Friday is over. So we'll get there and get a few other things out, and I'll just feel more in the Christmas spirit, which, like I said, usually I feel it sooner than this. And I think our road trip contributed to all of that because we weren't home for a whole week. And so, and that's kind of a week when, honestly, that's probably about when we would have put the tree up in a normal year. So, okay, let's talk about stitching. Enough about talking about me not having my decorations out yet. So, like I said, I have one and only whip, and I am really close to a finish. So here's my one and only whip. I started this in Mania. It's Teresa Kogut Snow Penny. So I think anyone who's returning, you know how important pennies are to me. So pretty much any chart I can find that if it has penny in the title or a penny border, I like to collect it. So yeah, I've been working on this. I'm using called for floss, and I'm using the called for fabric, although the called for fabric says Weeks Dye Works 30 count kudzu linen. Excuse me. And when I ordered the piece, it came to me and it said it was 32 count. So, I mean, 2 stitches per inch, it doesn't make a difference much, right? So anyway, everything's pretty much called for on this one. Excuse me. And like I said, I'm so not organized that I don't even have my board. So let's see if you can see this. If I just tuck Yeah, I can see it pretty good. Did I say I'm stitching 2 over 2? I'm not sure, but I'm stitching 2 over 2, called for floss, called for fabric, which is Weeks Dye Works kudzu. And it is a 32 count as best I know. So this is how far I am. Like I said, I am so close to a finish. Do you know what I have left to do? See this border that is started in here that finishes the border off? Yep. So I just need to do basically, what, 3 whole sides? And it's done. So that won't take long at all. One of the reasons it's not done, if you are doing this project, on the chart, it tells you this light green color is Classic Colorworks Nature Trail. And it tells you you need 2 skeins. I bought 2 skeins. This beautiful color in this border out here is Weeks Dye Works Rum Raisin. It does not tell you that you need 2 skeins. You need 2 skeins. So if you have this to stitch and you're kitting it up, make sure you get 2 skeins of Nature Trail, because you will need both skeins. I can tell you I didn't use the full 2 skeins, but I definitely got into that second skein with the Nature Trail, this lighter green. Rum Raisin, 2 skeins if you're stitching 2 over 2. So as soon as I realized there was no way that I could even possibly squeeze all the stitches in 1 skein of Rum Raisin, I ordered it. I actually ordered it while I was on my trip. I went to 2 cross stitch shops and didn't realize at that point that I needed it. So I had to order it. But I ordered it while we were on our trip, and it arrived it arrived Monday. So, but I've been catching up this week. Well, what is today's only Wednesday. It feels like it's been a whole week. But just with laundry and just catching up with the kids and stuff, I haven't sat down to stitch a lot. I mean, I'm trying to think of what this is the only thing I've stitched on, even since we got home. And, oh, actually, I was working on filling in some of this light green in the border. So I've been doing some other stitching, or some stitching this week. So, okay, that makes me feel a little better. I'm like, where's my time going? See, I told you this video is going to be very different. I usually feel much more organized. So yeah, just a little bit left. Yay! And is that snowman so cute? And I know I've said this before, but it amazes me that designers can come up with these adorable facial expressions on snowmen, on, you know, any characters in your stitching with just strategically charting a few stitches. And how cute is it, right? How am I going to finish this, you might be asking? I have no idea. I really have no plan yet. Probably, because of the size, probably not necessarily a frame, but like I'll call it a flat finish that I can put on an easel or hang on something maybe that is sort of like a frame. Yeah. So yeah, that is Snow Penny, Teresa Kogut. And that concludes the stitching portion of my video. That's record time for me. So yeah, so now what to talk about. All right. Like I said, went on a road trip. and I'm in Michigan, went to Charlotte. So we were able to plan our route to go to Charlotte to go through Cincinnati. And for anyone who doesn't know, Keepsakes is in Cincinnati. So we planned it that way. So that was my first time at Keepsakes. I had a couple pictures up in the beginning of my video. I love the shop, love it. But honestly, the highlight for me was that I got to meet Steph from Just Keep Stitching. And the reason that was my highlight, because I am one of those people that feel all those like fangirl feelings, and I get so excited to meet people or to chat with them, you know, when a lot of us recognize them. But I'm also really shy in terms of, you know, I don't want to like launch on people because maybe they don't want me to launch on them, right? And so I kind of, it's not like as soon as I saw Steph, I was like all up in her face. I went and did a lot of shopping first, and she'd asked me if I needed any help. Also, another lovely employee there was asking if we needed help, and I apologize that I don't remember your name, but she was extremely nice too and helpful. So at some point I was chatting, or I was chatting with Steph and said, well, I know who you are, and you know, I want to say hi, but I didn't want to get like up in your face. She's like, well, I appreciate that, but it's so great to meet you. Like, we all think Steph is funny and she seems nice on their videos. But honestly, the best way I can explain it is she was even more lovely in person than I ever could have imagined. It was just, we had this lovely little conversation, and I just, and like we talked about things, and she was offering that, you know, I can just call up Keepsakes and they will help me figure some things out. Like if I need to make a substitution for a linen color, for example. So, but we didn't talk just about stitching. But yeah, that's the best way I can explain it, was that she was even more lovely than I could have imagined. So thank you, Steph, for being so pleasant and making my trip to Keepsakes even more special than I had hoped for. And so I want to show you a little of what I got. Again, I apologize for the rattling and my somewhat unorganized fashion here. So at Keepsakes, they have all their linen in these bins sorted by count, and it's in terms of certain dyers of fabrics, they'll have a whole bin to themselves. And then so then it might be just the designer of the fabric, and it be a whole bin for that and not sorted by size. So, and you just go through it, which is fantastic. So I was able to pick up a few pieces, and most of you are probably familiar with most of these. Let's see. I was just trying to sort by, because I bought two kinds. So I got 3 pieces of Fiber on a Whim. Oh, I told you, hot mess. I was trying to hold them up together so that you can kind of see the difference in the colors. How's that? Oh, my apologies. So let me tell you what colors these are. This one, cream and sugar. Then the medium color is, oh, Color Happens. I've not heard of this one, and I really like it. So, and I think these are coming up pretty true, at least the best I can tell on my end here. And then the third one is Old Gold. So it's a pretty dark one, and I didn't have anything like that. So I was really excited to get that one. All right, and then I got 2 other pieces of linen. Oh, and I didn't tell you, all of these are 40 count, which happens to be my favorite right now. So both of these are from XJU Designs. So I got these 2, and this one's showing up more green in my picture to me than it is in person. It definitely has some green to it, but this looks really green. It's not so green. Maybe if I do this way. I can't, right? And then whatever device you're watching this video on, like, the colors never come up, right? So I got Grandma's Slip and Marbled Pointer are the 2 XJU Designs. So I think a lot of us have already seen these, you know, around online and probably in our shopping, and maybe even already have them in our collection. So, but, you know, I love XJU Designs, and I love Fiber on a Whim. So I was looking to just add to my collection of fabric, right? Let's see. Excuse me. I won't bore you with all the floss that I picked up, but I found this chart. So I picked up some floss that I was kitting up some things. So, well, I don't know that you'll necessarily see that stuff today, but it will be coming in future episodes. I found this chart from Hands On Design, A Harmony in Autumn, and I've never seen it before. I really like it. It calls for you to stitch it on 28 count, and I think the model they had in the store was either stitched on 36 or 40. So it made this really little petite little cushion, and I want to do it that way. So I'm going to stitch it on smaller or higher count fabric to make it smaller. And I ended up somewhere along the way, I don't know if I did it at Keepsakes or in some other ketchup orders, I've got this kitted up. So this will somehow come into the rotation eventually. Maybe not for a little while, because I really want to start looking at more Christmas stitching. But anyway, okay. So that chart, Hands On Design, A Harmony in Autumn. Okay. Ooh, I picked this up. Yes, I know I'm really late to the party. Blackbird Designs, Home for the Holidays. Been looking at it forever. This was sitting on the checkout counter. I'm like, okay, I need to pick it up today. And the main reason I want this was for the cardinal that everyone is familiar with, I'm sure. So I'm excited about that. And then, let's see, I'm trying to stay semi-organized here. And again, I apologize for all the rattling. Oh, okay. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. So for anyone that doesn't remember, Keepsakes has a black cat named 310, like DMC 310. And we got to see him or her. I'm not sure if it's a him or a her. But 310 is way bigger than our Jasper. So anyway, in one of their rooms of stitching, they had a little display of needle minders. Ooh, I better take this out of the package. so that you can see it. And they're stamped with 310. You're never going to be able to see that, I'm sure. But you can see it's a black cat. I had to buy it. One, reminder of keepsakes, right? But more importantly, Jasper. And green is my favorite color. So a green heart. And also, this one looked a little more, I'm using masculine really loosely here, but compared to a lot of other ones, I had flowers and stuff, and I wanted it to look a little more masculine, so, because Jasper is male. So, anyway, I got that. Ooh, that was so cute. And then, let's see. I'm pretty sure I've seen these before, but you know, seeing them in an actual store and everything, and I really, really loved it. So the drawn thread chillin', I love that skeleton. I think it's so fun. So that, and then, like I said, we were on a business trip, so with Jeff, and he spent the whole time with me in Keepsakes, and he had planned on, he was going to find some things that we needed to buy too to add to the collection. So these are the two things that he specifically picked out and said, we need to add these. So first one is Hello from Liz Matthews, Hocus Pocus. And he loves the phrase, and let's just say he doesn't intend on it being for Halloween. So he just really liked that. So I need to make sure and get that made up for him. And then the other one that he found is Stacy Nash, Spotted Pig's Pin Keep. So when I do make this, I will change the color of the pigs to be a typical, or what we would consider typical pig color, like a pinkish color. Okay, background on this. I can't remember if I told you that both Jeff and I were raised on farms. Anyway, Jeff was very involved in 4-H. And he had an older brother who would have grand champion steers at the fair every year. And so he wanted to do something different so that he had a chance to do grand champion things too, instead of trying to compete with his brother. So he raised pigs and showed them at the fair through 4-H. So, anyway, pigs have a special meaning to him, and that's another one of those coincidental things about him in my life, because my mom loved pigs, and for a long time, years ago, well, obviously years ago, but I mean, when I was young, she collected pigs. So, like I said, just there's all these signs that Jeff and I are supposed to be together. So yeah, he picked that out. So I think that takes care of, catches you up on Keepsakes. So really fun. Definitely will go back when I have a chance. They just have so many displays and just so much to look at and consider and think about. And like I said, everyone was so nice there too. So the other shop that I got a chance to go to was in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I didn't realize this, that Charlotte, North Carolina was almost right at the border of South Carolina. But anyway, and I want to say that I'm pretty sure Jeff found this shop for me. I didn't realize that it would be so close. So it was literally, I want to say like 20 minutes from the hotel we stayed in. And I am so glad I got the chance to go here without really knowing a lot about it. It was such a nice shop. It was organized and set up almost like for me in the way my brain works. And so I really enjoyed it. Had lots of time to just look through everything. Excuse me. And I found, one of my favorite things in Stitch and Frame Shop in Rock Hill, South Carolina. They have a website. I will link it below. Same with Keepsakes. I'll put their website below just so you can catch up with them too if you want. Stitch and Frame Shop. One of my very favorite things about their shop is the way they have their fabrics and linens organized. They have like paper trays stacked, and then they have it sorted by count and sorted by designer. So, you know, if I want to go look at 40 count, I can go to the section that is 40 count. It's all folded neatly. You can see every color that's there. And, you know, like, I'm trying to remember, I know they had Picture This Plus there, and they'll have, you know, maybe a tray, maybe 2 trays of 40 count Picture This Plus. And then you could go on and find 36 count and 32 count, and they had some Ada, you know, so, and it was set up like countertop height, these stacks of paper trays. I'm not making it sound as lovely as it was. It really was lovely. And then in the center of like, it's sort of a room, was a big cutting table and workspace. So like it just lined around on 3 sides of that workspace. It was heavenly, really, to see fabric organized that way and spread out. And, you know, you could just go through and see everything that they had. All that I'm explaining, I didn't buy any linen there. I think most of the colors I was drawn to that I would want to have in my collection, I already have. So that's why. If I would have had a specific project maybe that I was looking for something special for, I probably would have picked something up. But I knew I had a collection at home, and so I looked through it all and, you know, oohed and ahhed over it. But I didn't buy any linen. So I did buy some more floss to kit up a couple more things. And then I bought these. So I'll show you each one. Teresa Kogut's newly released Christmas ornaments. So this one is Snowman and House. And then this one is Santa and Reindeer. And as soon as I saw these, I think it was on Teresa's release video that she did for a few shirts, I knew I wanted these. I just fell in love with them. So I saw them at Stitch and Frame Shop, and I'm like, yes, please. I will bring those home with me. And I worked on kitting it up. Excuse me. They call for a mix of DMC and Weeks Dye Works colors. And so I didn't get any DMCs. I did get the Weeks Dye Works colors, and so I can pull those out and get them started with my Christmas stitching. Yay! And then the other main thing that I got is something I've been looking at for quite a while, and I love it, and I could never find it available, like when I would be shopping or whatever. So when I saw it, I was like, yes, you are coming home with me. And it's the Scarlet House Patriotic Scissor Pocket. I love this basket so much. And then I kitted it up with all the floss so I can pull it out and start stitching it whenever I am ready, because I'll just pick some fabric out of my collection. So yeah, okay. That honestly, gonna get started not anytime soon, unless I get some specific motivation for it. All right, let's see, I'm just double checking my, all right, so I did want to show you something I saw on Instagram. Someone was working on this and I've never seen it before. I have no idea how old it is. Oh, 2009 it says, copyright. So I've never seen it before. But when I show it to you, you'll be like, yeah, of course you bought it, Michelle. So I went and found it and ordered it. Because I think I saw it after I was at the two shops. So I had to order it online. So it is Jenny Bean's Christmas Sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. Okay. And are you able to see the words? I don't know. So I'll read them to you. Okay. It says, and had I but 1 penny, thou shouldst have it to buy gingerbread. It says penny. And okay, I love this sampler. It's so sweet. So I have some kitting up to do, but it's all DMCs called for. So I could probably pull those out of my collection and get it started whenever I want. Will it get started this year? I don't know, because you guys, I have kitted up so many. Oh my gosh. I need to get that organized. So, let's see. Okay. So I have one more thing I want to show you that I feel like is new and special here. And okay, so first of all, look at how this comes packaged. So fancy. I love it. It's like getting a present in the mail, right? So I apologize for the noise, but I wanted to show you how it was packaged up. So what this is from Needle and Flax. Rachel is her name. And she is a fellow Michigander. So I was like, yes, please, I do need to order this. And I stumbled on, she has a floss tube. And I stumbled on her first floss tube. I don't even know how. I really don't know how that all works. But I'm so glad. And of course, now that I've done that, I've heard her name and her company name multiple times. So I bought 3 pieces of 40 count from her. And I'm sorry that it's in the bags, but I could never show you as good as go to her website. I will link it below and you can see her colors. They're gorgeous. I can't wait to stitch on these, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing a video today, is so that I can start using this stuff. I wanted to share it, but so I got Brea, I got Dirty Teacup, and I bought Endora. And I wanted to see how much I liked them. I need to go do another order because one of her colors is Green Acres. And it's green and I love it. And I need a piece of it for my collection, but there's some other ones too that I really like. So yeah, beautiful packaging. The fabric is fantastic. You've probably heard about her from other people, but like she has a whole description about how she named each of the fabrics, which I love. I love reading that stuff. I love hearing about it. I love knowing what her inspiration is. So, Rachel, Needle and Flax. thank you for sending me beautiful fabric. Okay. Let's see. I'm finding myself talking a ton like I always do, and I think it's going to be so short. So I want to show you, I got a couple really nice Stitchy Kindness Happy Meal things in the mail. And my friend Michelle sent me a little package of some floss and some other things that we had been talking about, but she also added a little surprise for me. And it is this cute needle minder, which you can see it's Rebel Stitches and, right? No, Rebel Stitcher. I'm sorry for getting your name wrong. Rebel Stitcher. Can you see what it says? It says introvert. I totally am. I love this so much. And it's still on the card because I wanted to show it to you, but now I can use it. Yay! So thank you, Michelle. And then my other Stitchy Kindness. Oh, and Michelle sent me a note in there, of course, too. I'm just giving you the highlights. The other Stitchy Kindness that I got, if you remember a few episodes ago when I reached 1,000 subscribers, I did a giveaway for an Etsy gift card, and Luann won it. And Luann, this was so nice and so not necessary. I mean, really, not necessary. And I've told her this already a couple of times. Not necessary, but I love it. So she sent me this sweet little note, and on the kitten stitcher card, right? These are so cute. And then she sent me charts. Okay, and I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out how she got in my brain and knew that I had been looking at a couple of these and just hadn't purchased them, but I have looked at them quite extensively. So amazing. So first one, though, she told me, don't buy this. I'm going to send it to you. So this is Jeanette Douglas Designs, Cozy into Winter. Already have it kitted up and can't wait to start it. You remember I did fall into autumn and I have a finish, but I haven't gotten the FFO done yet. So this, thank you, Luann. I get to make this, so I'm really excited. So that one I knew about. And then I'll show you, she sent me these two that are so cute. And honestly, I didn't really know they existed, to be honest. So, but I'm really excited. I'm stitching this up for Halloween next year for sure. Birds of a Feather, Remember Me. I love it. Love it. And then this one is so cute. Thread work Primitives, Endless Hearts. I love it. It's just simple and cute, and I will make that this year for Valentine's Day for sure. Okay, so here's the two that I've been looking at. Honestly, how did she know? Luann, how did you know? Because I know we didn't talk about this. So she sent me Brenda Gervais, Coffee First. Love it. Now I need to get the spoon so that I can finish this, okay? And the other one, Blackbird Designs, Raise a Glass of Cheer. And she said she hasn't stitched this yet and that maybe we can stitch it together. I'm hoping that this is a New Year's start, either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. That's what I would like to do. So I'm going to work on kitting this up. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you again, Luann. Like I said, not necessary at all. Was just so happy to celebrate my 1,000 subscribers and, you know, send that out to you so that you returned in kind was just lovely. All right, so, okay. I think I covered everything. Like I said, All right. And most of you have seen this, so I got my copy. I had to go renew my subscription because this was my last one for my subscription. So this is your PSA to go renew or go get yourself a subscription to this magazine. Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. Do it. You won't regret it. There's several things in there I want to stitch. Will I get to them this year? I don't know, but we'll see. I know you all have seen it by now, but just a reminder, get that subscription going, okay? And let's see. I'm looking around at everything, double checking my list. Let's see. I was just gonna show you really quick, and I can't find it now. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. Right here. I have picked up Teresa Kogut Struttin', and I have this kitted up. This is gonna be a start soon. I'm really excited about that one. I think it is so cute. So look, and then she did this one too, right? This is Teresa Kogut. I'm not sure the name of it. Oh, it says right there, Santa's Young Buck. They totally go together. And I love this snowman that is hanging from the branch. So cute. So maybe they'll both get started. I don't know. And then the other thing that I've gotten recently, and I kitted it up, but I am making some changes in the colors because I didn't love the red and green called for on this one. Birds of a Feather, Mary Mary. I just think this is so cute. I love it. Like I said, I didn't love the called for. It called for Weeks Dye Works Emerald for the green and Weeks Dye Works Fire for the red. And the fire was just too bright for me. And I'm trying to remember, is it pretty orangey? I think so. I just didn't like it that much. So yeah, so I swapped out those colors because I swapped out the red, which I'm planning Weeks Dye Works Louisiana Hot Sauce. I also changed the green because I didn't feel like the emerald now kind of went with the red that I chose. So I picked up Classic Colorworks Steamed Broccoli. So this is also a start. That's going to be happening hopefully soon. All right, so usually I try to wrap up with my plans, and yeah, that right now that kind of feels like the hot mess that my counter is. So obviously I am going to finish Snow Penny. We're getting that done because honestly, one sitting and I'll have that done. And maybe it could be an FFO. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And then I have some, I'll call them outstanding FFOs that we've talked about and I've showed you before, and I want to work on those. I would really like to try to wrap up. I don't think my fall/autumn stitching is going to all get completed because I really want to start stitching Christmas. So there's gonna be a couple projects that I'm in the middle of that are gonna get put away, and either they come out next year when I'm ready to do fall, or maybe they'll come out, I don't know, in a month, or who knows, whatever strikes me at the time. But I do have, well, Jeanette Douglas, Fall into Autumn. I want to make that into a little pillow. So for sure, I'm going to get that finished, that full finish done. I want to get that done for sure, for sure, for sure. And I think I have a couple others that I want to get done. So there's my loosey-goosey plans for the next week and a half. Among, Christmas shopping, because I'm trying to get it done all like early. Honestly, if I can and I've said honestly like 14 times, if I can get my Christmas shopping done, at least everything ordered by the end of this weekend, I'd get this. I'm pretty close, actually. During our business trip, my husband and I made some pretty good plans for the kids, and yeah, I can't tell you any more than that because, well, at least one of them watches this sometimes. So yeah, I can't share any of that right now. Anyway, that's what I'd like to do, is get Christmas shopping done, because then I can just do all the fun. The wrapping, the decorating, the baking, the watching the movies, all of that. So that's what I'd like to do this weekend. And then, like I said, so about a week and a half, we'll see how much I get done. I don't know. All right, and I'm rambling now, right? I just saw a couple more things I was going to show you. I'm going to show you really quick. All right, I bought these awesome buttons, and I don't know if you can see them very well, at Hobby Lobby. See how they're a flower shape and they're big? Like, here's my hand. See how big they are? I think these will be awesome, like on a pillow, or who knows, but I will find something because I just think they're awesome. And then I got the, because Jeff took me to Hobby Lobby while we were on our trip and we bought a lot of like finishing kind of ideas. Here's one that I really, really love. It's a round hanger with these beads, right? It does tell me. It's about 7 inches in diameter. I just think, put a round finish right on there. Hang it up, done. I just love it. So I think that'll be fun. And then the other thing I found was this block. And I can either cover each and every side with a finish, or only do, I think I'm only gonna do a couple. And then because of the snowflakes are cool, right? And so I could have a couple finishes on here and set it out. So I think that'll be really fun. If you want to look for that, obviously it's in the Christmas section. I think that's obvious. I was trying to find the item number for you. Oh, here we go. 5577721. That's this one, okay? And does it give me dimensions? It does, so I can tell you. It is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 on each side, okay? And if you liked this one, again, Christmas section, item number 5568852, okay? And I'll try to remember to put them down below in the description box. If I forget, please message me or shoot me a comment, and I'm happy to share the item numbers with you again. So yeah. Okay, I think I covered everything now. I'll double check my list really quickly here. Yes, because I told you what a hot mess even my plans are. All right. For everyone who is celebrating it, happy Thanksgiving. And I hope you have lots of great food, lots to be thankful for, and lots of fun and family time. And lots of football if you want it. So yeah, I want to wish you all that. Yes, I'm just rambling now because I forgot what I was going to say. I will see you soon, and I am going to go hopefully get some Christmas decorating done and do some stitching later. I hope you got to do some stitching while listening to me talk and talk and talk. All right, happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you soon.